In tonight's special segment, a child is missing. Seconds count when a child disappears. ABC 7's Alan Krzyzewski joining us tonight with a look at exactly how it works. Alan.
They've already seen it pay off in the city of Valparaiso, and the payoff's even better when it doesn't cost the city a dime. It happened in the span of just a few minutes, in the middle of a Pee-wee football game in Valparaiso. Karen Shaw was watching her 9-year-old daughter cheer along the sidelines. That's her girl at the top of your screen in this home video.
I was watching the whole game, so never, maybe for a couple minutes, the whole game were my eyes off of her.
But it was during that brief time that Karen's daughter disappeared. And as the minutes dragged on, what was at first a matter of curiosity became one of great concern.
It scared me because that's all I could, I could envision the worst. You hate to say that, but you think the worst.
911, what is your emergency?
As Valparaiso police picked up the search out on the streets, a police dispatcher picked up the phone and made an important call, a call to an organization that's appropriately named A Child is Missing.
We had no idea what had happened to the child. All we knew for sure was the child was missing. The child was gone.
There are many cases where a child is missing, but not necessarily abducted. And in order to call an Amber Alert, you need some evidence that an abduction may have taken place, plus information regarding the person or the vehicle that may have been involved. If a child simply can't be found, that's not grounds for calling an Amber Alert, but it is precisely where this new system fills the gap.
Southbound, here we go.
Here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, more than 1,000 miles away, a worker from A Child is Missing jumped on the case. The organization uses satellite mapping to focus in on where a child was last seen, in this case, the football field in Valparaiso. And then a target circle's drawn, indicating how far the child may have traveled. And finally, using high-capacity communications lines, the organization auto-dials all the listed telephone numbers in that targeted area, alerting people about the missing child.
A child is missing. This is the Valparaiso Police Department. We are currently looking for a young girl.
The speed that this is done is remarkable. 1,000 phone calls can be made in just 1 minute.
We need your help. Go out in your yard, look around.
All of this is the brainchild of this woman, Sherry Friedlander. She saw a need, she had an idea, and she acted on it.
There was no program of this kind in the entire country, and I guess it was my turn to add something to our children's safety program.
Back in Valparaiso, Chandra Evans was riding through town with a friend. Chandra's mother had just called to tell her about the troubling message she'd received regarding that missing little girl.
I think we were sitting at the traffic light here, or we were going through, and I looked over, and the little girl matching the description was walking with a lady and 2 other little children.
Here goes, ready?
Karen Shaw's daughter was found about 2 hours from the time she went missing.
It made my day that I could do something for somebody else.
Turns out it was not foul play, nothing sinister here, just miscommunication. A family friend had picked the girl up from the football game, thinking that it was the right thing to do. Aside from some frayed nerves, no harm done. But for police here, it provides a clear demonstration of a new system that they think is a great success.
It could have been an individual that had been taken, abducted, lost, walked away, in danger of some sort.
This is going to be, in my opinion, the 911 for missing children someday.
I think it's a great system. I think they should have it in all the states.
Well, that is indeed the goal of A Child is Missing, to spread it across the country. It operates around the clock. In fact, that Valparaiso case was solved while a hurricane was hitting down in Fort Lauderdale. All of this provided free to law enforcement. It's funded through grants and private donations.
Well, this was a tense afternoon for rescuers in Abington. Divers searched a frozen pond for 2 girls they thought may have fallen through the ice. As it turns out, the girls were home safe. But the search is also an interesting story. David Robichaux is live in Abington. And David, a new program actually helped police track these girls down.
Lisa, we've all heard of the Amber Alert, but tonight police use a different type of technology, the telephone, to help track down 2 missing girls who disappeared while sledding today at this golf course. Even at night, Abington's Strawberry Valley Golf Course is a popular sledding location.
You have to know which areas are safe and which aren't.
2 teenage girls apparently did not know the safe areas, and that led to a huge search effort. A 911 call to Abington police said 2 girls may have fallen through the ice at one of the golf course's ponds.
We did discover that there was a hole in the ice and that there were, there was indications that kids had been out there.
While divers searched the icy waters, phone technology actually helped to locate the girls safe at home. A reverse 911 call went out to all Abington residents, including Tom Hennigan.
It basically was just kind of an automated type phone call, indicated it was a situation where two kids possibly were missing.
Here are some excerpts from that reverse 911 call.
People did see the girls on the ice and did see a hole in the ice. If your daughters are home, ask them if they were on the ice. Please check with some of their friends' houses if they are not at home.
Divers were still in the water when the parents of the missing girls answered that reverse 911 call. They called police to say the girls had walked away wet and cold, but safe.
I think it's great. I think it's very advantageous to situations such as this, where it's a short-term emergency, trying to locate somebody, get the whole town together.
Now, those phone calls came from Florida, from a group called A Child is Missing